Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back. 7 days to die. So, as you can see, it is the night of day 42. And I've done a number of things, okay? So I want to say it wasn't long after. It's been about 6 or 7 days since I actually recorded last. So I found a new location. I laid out a basic floor plan for the base, the new base. I have moved all of my stuff over, because you can see everything's empty. I left these things here, and empty, 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 and I'm still cooking down just the last little bit of my iron in here. I did as much forged steel and forged iron as I could, ran out of clay, and I was left with 1,700 iron, so I'm just getting that back out of here. Other than that, I'm spending my last night here at this particular base, and then we're going to head up this episode, and I'm going to show you the new base. So, yeah, I tell you, it's been, I don't know, I've probably spent a total, I'm just guessing here, about 6 hours, like real life 6 hours. It's been a long time. So 5, 6, 7-ish days. Not only to move the default stuff, like that was no big deal. Filled my inventory, filled my bike, went up there, and then I had to get stuff up there to start making, like, you know, for concrete and things like that. So I've got just the ground laid out. Have some ideas. Not sure how, like, it's gonna pan out, because it's just like literally the first level, but I did build the whole garage. So the garage is done, and you'll see, you know, I kind of had to build the garage because I had somewhat of an idea like this, instead of, well, you're gonna see this is our last night here. At the end of this night, I am going to, I guess I'm going to take these engines. Yeah, I'm going to take the engines and stuff. So, I tried to pick up this back turret with my wrench, and it broke it. So, I'm not sure what happened with that. I do have a land claim block down. I think it's right. It's either, I hit it. It's either right there. It's somewhere right here. I painted over it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, I know I have a land claim block, but I'm saying I'm pretty sure it's right here. But I've got it over there now, so that might have been what it was. Oh. Anyway, I put one over there. There's a land claim block over there. And I needed to put one down. And that after I did that, I tried to take that turret up. So, all right, we're about ready we should see some action here. Let's see what's going on. So, on the next base, we'll just wait for these guys to come in. On the next base, I am not going to use any of these to protect the actual house. Oh, it sounds like they're coming from the back this time. Or this right side. Oh, jeez, I almost fell off. Yeah, they're definitely coming from over there this time. Somewhere over there. So my idea is, I'm not saying I'm not going to use these at all, but I'm not going to use them to protect the actual main structure of the base. I'll probably make a little, like, fun area to where maybe during, like, a night like this, I can run them through there or something, but it's not going to be like this. My idea is going to be turrets, and this shock fence is going to be the main defense for the house, as well as some old school spikes. I'm going to put some spikes around. So that should be pretty fun. A little bit different, you know, a little bit different take on it. They're at the front door. Jeez, I almost fell again. Oh, what? He came back out. He just got owned. Big boy. See, even, like, this base is pretty tough. Even, like, if they're really the only vulnerable spot is the front door. I think that... Oh, there's a doggy there. I think that anywhere else, they would probably get pretty much owned. But that front door, not so much-o. Oh, I took my light down. That's right. Oops. Oops-a-daisy. I better lift that up, because those guys look like they came out of the garage. They're on, yeah, they're in the garage. Look, they're inside the garage. They're inside my garage. I know a way to cure that. Let them come up through the top if they're smart enough. It's funny because, like, you know, they do actually come from different directions. They came from there. They came from there. Now they're coming from, I think, that angle. That's what it looks like. Here they come again. These guys still inside. I thought they would climb up on top so then I could shoot them. My bike is still there. That's all that I care about, if the bike is still there. If everything takes some serious damage, that's okay, because we're moving. It's moving day. Oh, yeah. Come on. I even changed the, like, you know, before you come into the game, you can change. I usually use 60 minutes for the day cycle. But you can change it like up to 120 minutes so the days last longer. I even changed that so I had longer days to do all the stuff I needed to do. And I still took me that long to do everything. It was totally worth it though. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool looking. There's going to be a bit more building in the next few episodes because like this base, I built it like not recording. I didn't know how people would think about it, whether they wanted to watch me building or not. But I tell you, I've been doing so much exploring and zombie killing in all these 7 days, I thought maybe it'd be a nice little change of pace to show me building the base, right? And the idea and the screw-ups and everything else. The worst thing ever is when I put down like a rebar frame and then I, you know, hit it with the concrete mix. And I decide, oh, I need to change that. That is the worst because you gotta get out the auger. It's really the only way to do it. Get out the old auger and go to town. You gotta knock it down 6,000, then another 3,000 after that. So, not that much fun. So you gotta be careful when you're placing the rebar and stuff and making your beastly, really good blocks. I think I've got a pretty cool layout. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out because looking at it from just that very first level, I'm not sure how the tops are going to look, but it should be pretty cool. And then the other thing was I was thinking about, and I think I had talked about it, putting the turrets like integrated into the wall. I think I'm not going to do that now. I think I'm going to set them on the ground down there. I think I'm going to set it on the ground, and it's because kind of the way I shaped the building. Yeah, I think I'm going to set it on the ground. If they break them, they break them. I'll just have to make new ones, but that's my idea right now. Because I don't really want... I just want the building to look like a superstructure of concrete, you know? It should be good. Oh, lady, she's my lady. Yeah, so if you guys like the building aspects, you're really going to enjoy the next couple of videos. Again, I have everything moved. You know, when morning comes here, we're taking off, and we're going to go up, and I'm going to show you in this episode what I've done. I think the new garage basically is the same setup, okay? But I think it looks good. I painted it. I was painting stuff already. I actually fixed up one of the buildings that is right around it because it looked really super ugly and I thought it could look cool, and it does. See, this is why any problems I had here is the changes I'm gonna make. Now the only difference is, again, without these spinning blades, there's the turrets, the fence, everything else is gonna have to really kind of like, I don't know, like it's gonna have to look really good, right? It's gonna have to not look really good, but it's gonna have to work really good. It's gonna have to be perfectly set up for like the cone of where it's gonna attack and everything. So that's I'm pretty excited about trying to lay out a pretty good base. This one here, it's good by default. It's good just because I've got so many of those things around, and honestly, this is the only weak point right here. So this is like, I don't know, overkill. It was overkill. It was like overkill. I'd rather have it. Oh my gosh, look at her. That's definitely, they're still coming from that same direction. I think once they start coming from one way. Oh, that was just a ton of dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, dude, they get these packs of dogs that come in now. It's crazy. The other thing is, I'm contemplating, once I get the base build, cranking this up to feral difficulty all the time, where they're always feral all the time during daylight, everything. So that'll be like a true test of the base, but also my character as well. You know, as you're going around trying to do things, everyone will be feral at that point. It's like, it should be. I mean, I've got pretty much blue weapons. Pretty soon I should be able to get them up to purple level. I think I've got a ton of points. Yeah, I have 48 points to spend right now from doing all the building and eating and like when you travel, you got to eat and drink and just all kinds of stuff. Killing zombies along the way. Let's see, what am I up to? 0 deaths, 1,248 zombies killed. But look, it doesn't add to that counter when the turrets kill them. So that's actually me killing them. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. All right, that zombie just got killed. 1,248. Yeah, it's only when I kill them. So that number is probably ×2 of actual zombies killed. Yeah! 1:55 in the morning. Now, we could take off, like, in the night, but I need to take my engines with me. I think it might get a little crazy, like, trying to get out of here. Untouched zombie. Oh. How did that window get broke? Did I break that window? That's weird, that window got broke. Is this done? This is done. Alright, we got everything out of there. Everything's out of there. That one's all good, just some glass in there. That one's empty, I already checked those. Should be good to go. Look at this. They've already broke 6,000 on that. See? Those holes right there are reinforced holes. You can see that's regular cement. So they've really done a number on this place. So before you reload, slam the door shut. Before you reload. Oh. And I told you guys I tried the hazmat clothes. They don't work. They don't work out in that area. So unless you like the look of hazmat clothes, don't worry about them. Don't bother with them. That front door. This last night, man, they are... Oh. I gotta take care of him before he barfs on the place. Yeah, they're really putting in some work. Shoot him in the foot! Shoot him in the foot! Nice. Yeah. Woo! Oh my god, that front door, it's not that good. Not that good. Reload with the door closed. I knew I opened and closed it. Whoop. Ooh, soup is good food. I actually really like the soups because they help with not only your hunger but your thirst as well. Okay, everybody seems to like sham sandwiches. For days. Something else right there. Nice. Another sham sandwich. What do you know? Oh my gosh. Dude, the blades just do so much damage. Like, they're just coming up. No arms, no legs. See, how many do I have now? 1264. Is that guy down or what? Is he down for the count? So the thing about this area here is I'm right on the edge of, you know, one of the ugly areas. And I think that's what kind of set this area off as far as just looking ugly all the time. You know, not having that sunshine so much. So the new area is kind of green, but it's still like, I was getting good days and bad days when I was building. Good days and bad days. Alright. Shotgun turrets might be broken or something, man. It seems like it. Jeez. Okay, there's a copper over there. Hold on. Oh, that shotgun turret just worked. Ah! See ya! Is everybody dead? Look at those blades! Oh my god. Alright, look at that. That's the worst I've seen a whole set of blades on a side. Every one of those is super damaged. I mean, like, if you look at this side. Look at that. Perfectly straight. Perfectly straight. This other side here. Every one of them destroyed. Like, not destroyed, but damaged. But not up on the wall. Not up on the wall, so. Alright, well, we survived the night of 42. And I got everything out of there. The only thing left to do is shut these bad boys down and bring the engines. Bring the engines. Turn off. Okay. I think I only had these two generators here because everything is branching off from them. All right, that's good for now. I'm going to leave the turrets here because, unfortunately, I made the mistake of putting down the land claim block over there before I picked up my turrets. Oh, they broke the garage door. Oh my gosh, look at this place. Yeah, no wonder they couldn't get up there. Bunch of goobers, man. All right, say goodbye to Meaty version 1 and say hello to Meaty version 2. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Meaty's on his mini bike and running. That's from Smokey and the Bandit, if you didn't know. Okay, so it's about 9 kilometers. It takes a bit of time to get there. I think every time I go, I take a different path and end up jumping off of cliffs and into... yes, I did jump into a lake, okay? I admit it. I wasn't really paying attention. Like I could just hold it, and sometimes if you just hit something, like, you can glance off of it. Like, I'm trying to just barely hit it. Like this tree here. Like, yeah, you just keep holding forward. Eventually it'll make its way around it. So, like, I was just holding forward, aiming, like, at my target and doing stuff on the other computer. Looking up stuff, rendering stuff, a lot of different things. So yes, I flew off a cliff, landed in, I don't know, I landed in a lake and a river once. So that's a thing. I don't recommend doing that, like just driving without looking where you're going, because yeah, it's not so good for your health. You got to take your bike apart and reassemble. And go swimming. Go swimming. So, what we are here, where this base was at, and I didn't realize this until I did that, where I traveled around the map. I thought I was pretty centered, because the spawn location was right over, just to my right here, okay? Where I actually spawned in the game. That was spawn location. And I moved from there straight west of it. So if I spawned over there to the east, and I just came west, found 2 towns, found a 3rd town southwest, and then came back a little bit east from there, which is where I set up shop. So I thought maybe I was pretty centered in the map. I wasn't. I was actually more in the southern region of the map. Remember, I showed you from where my house was, it was 6 kilometers to the edge of the map south. It was like over 12 kilometers to the edge of the map going north. So I was in the southern part. This one here is kind of even more extreme to the north side. So I think I'm only a couple of kilometers from the northern edge of the map. And yeah, so you can do the math on that. So yeah, these are some of the things that I flew over without looking and almost died from bike damage. Bike damage. Yeah, it's not good. I'm telling you guys, it's not good for your health. You got to watch where you're driving. So hopefully you guys stick around, stay tuned in this episode. I am on my way. I want you guys to see the layout because I'm going to start building. Well, I mean, I did start building already, but I'm going to really engage the building because you're going to see, I don't want to spoil it, but everything's kind of out in the open, if you know what I'm saying. So I was sitting there in the, I think I was in the forge or the workbench, one of them, and it was totally quiet. I'm just doing my stuff. I didn't hear any zombies. Nothing was going on. Then all of a sudden, this sound, and my character got hit. It made me jump. It was one of those stupid vultures came down with no warning. And yeah, so that happened. And then I was also in another inventory, and a screamer zombie come walking up next to me and decided to scream in my ear. And then here comes all her friends and made my little wood floor a little dance party, a little rave for the zombies. So that's a thing. That was a thing. Kind of interesting. Really, the best way to get here is the most direct route. I tried the roads. Takes a little bit longer, but some of these places I do have to take the roads because of the water. But I try and go as directly north to it as I can. The good thing is you guys won't have to see this anymore. And all of the towns up here, I have not... If they're like open for me to see on the map, it's just because I drove through them, right? I didn't stop in any towns. I just drove through because I was looking. All this got unlocked when I was looking for the the football stadium, right? I was looking for that football stadium. So, spoiler alert, never found a football stadium, okay? I even went into the editor. Someone had mentioned, why don't you just go into the editor? Well, in the editor, if you guys have never used it, be careful if you try and use it because you can mess up your world. Just the best thing is if you go into the editor and you have your map seed in there and you have, if you're on PC and you did random gen, make sure to move the map size to 5 because that will spawn in the whole map. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the whole map. Once you do that, once you look around, exit out of it. Exit back to, the launch menu of 7 days. Then go back in and then go into your world. Because if you don't do that, it can actually mess up your world. I did it in, right after the map editor come out. I don't remember if that was Alpha 14. I think it was Alpha 14. Could have been 15. But either way, I did that. I messed up my world. Luckily, it was... No, not luckily. It wasn't that early on, so that kind of bummed me out. That's a pretty good town there. See, the towns that I consider pretty good are the ones that have, all the POIs, the tall skyscraper ones, because they're pretty fun to go after. Anything else, because they have a mishmash of hardware stores and gun stores, mostly the small ones, not very many big ones. I don't really worry about that too much anymore. Remember, I used to look at a town and say, oh, well, there's the orange awning, so that's the work and stiff tools. There's the brown awning in that shape, that's the shotgun messiah, and so on and so forth. Don't really have that, that anymore. They have those little buildings you can go into that have almost nothing. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about this, and I think maybe... because of the way they did it, what they did was they actually did what I said that they should do, which is make the traders more viable, right? So the traders are more viable now. You can't just go from town to town knowing there's going to be a shotgun messiah working stiff tool in every one of them with 7 crates in each one, right? So what do? You go to the trader, you buy the parts that you need to assemble your SMG. You buy the parts you need to assemble your turrets, or you, like you guys had saw in that one, buy 2 auto turrets, right? So the traders are more viable now. They've taken out a lot of the loot possibilities in the game. Now you can still find it. But you gotta search. And those big buildings, those skyscrapers, have a ton of boxes in them. Now a lot of times you're gonna get toilets and washers and dryers and refrigerators and couches, stuff like that. But you will find a trader. This guy's gonna boot me out. Trader. Wait, is that the close trader to me? There's a trader like that that's really close to my area. So I think it's probably, it's just a few second ride, that trader. I think I'm in the area where I need to stick to the roads. The snow area up there. I'll cut across. So, no, I don't think I'm as close as I think I am. So, I think that, I had said all along, remember I was talking about, hey, the traders, I end up with all these tokens and I don't spend them because there's nothing I want, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, see that big lake there? I have to actually go around to the right, just stay to this right edge. There's a town up there, kind of on the shore of it. Oh, shoot, I should have stayed left. Okay, anyway. And remember I said, well, maybe they could make the traders more viable by putting schematics in there. Well, what did they do? They did that by putting in the battery bank schematic. They could do some other ones if they wanted to. I never really liked doing the whole search for the forge book. That was, oh man, because that really sucked. But they could have, when that was going on, when you needed that forge book, they could have put that in the trader. I don't think it was in there. So I think they should have like a schematic and or book section in the trader. They might. Oh, shoot, I'm not staying on the ridges like I'm supposed to. So what they did instead was, again, minimize the loot possibilities in some of these areas. And so now the traders are more viable, that you're actually going to go there and spend your tokens. The other thing is... What? What is the other thing? I can't remember. Because I was just looking down my damage going, this is going to leave a mark. What was I just saying? More viable traders, tokens. What the heck was... Oh, that's it. So, I think that's my local trader right there. Ah! Dang it! Dang it. Dude, I hate strikes. Before, they would have, like, impossible to find traders, right? You would have that one default trader that it gives to you saying, go find the trader part of your opening quest line, and then it was a nightmare to find any other traders. The only reason why I had found 4 traders in one of my other worlds was I used that editor, and it's not easy to use. You got to scroll around, zoom in, zoom out to see what the building may or may not be. And when you're looking at a full-on level 5 random gen world, forget it, dude. Forget it. It's going to drive you bonkers. That's why I looked a little bit for a stadium like, forget this, man. If I come across one, I will. If not, then so be it. All right, you guys ready? So that is my closest trader right back there that we passed. At least the closest that I've opened up and unlocked. So you can see, right up here's the flag. You should be able to see pretty soon what we got. Oh, I need to go down a street. Here. I need to go down one street. We live on this street here. All right. Should see my garage and my driveway that I painted. Right? Look, I found a hospital, and I'm like, what better place to build than in the hospital parking lot? So here's my driveway. Okay. Here's my driveway. Neener, neener, neener. Boop, 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 boop. park this bad boy in here. This is my garage. It's all painted. It's good to go. That's the, you know what that is? That's the reinforced drawbridge. So here's the house. Here's the garage. This is my layout here. And I am in front of a hospital. And I took out the bad stuff here and repaired these windows. I put in those wooden windows that you can make. So it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Here is my base, the beginnings of it. So you can see reinforced concrete around the outside edges. It's kind of a circle. You know, I talked about an octagon, a pentagon, all that kind of stuff. I settled on this. So there's my land claim block. So here's my layout. Now, again, this is electric. This stuff goes in here. Perfect. Food. Am I hungry? Somebody's hungry. Ooh, I was. Dang, that's the lowest I've been in a while. Especially when I'm carrying food. But hey, it is the morning time. We just did travel a long distance. That means, you know what that means. You know what that means. It's time for bacon and eggs. It's time to get yourself some bacon and eggs. It's the way I feel about it. You guys like bacon and eggs? I do. I think it's good. All right, so put this honey away. We'll keep that and that. So this is my... Show you my thing here. This obviously is my... Right next to the good forge, right, that I'm melting down stuff, is the metals and the buildables, which is also next to the workbench, which I already made a bed. Here's my gun stuff here because I like to combine things in the workbench so it stays close. I made all the lead, all the casings, all that stuff that I could before I came over here. We got the cooker. This is my kitchen with... This is my medical, my food, electrical stuff, engines, batteries. Okay, this is just cooking down stone. Tools and kind of tool-related stuff. So all my tools, I got my melee stuff in here because I had to dump my inventory. Got my chemistry station. Next to the chemistry station is, you know, for my making gunpowder in the chemistry station, also making first aid kits in the chemistry station. I've got my cement mixer here, and next to that, this is like kind of my building goods, like the actual things that you want to come in here when you're going to build something, not necessarily in here. This is making stuff. This is grab it out of here and build stuff, okay? Along next to my cement mixer. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. All right, so just so you guys know, the theory here is this is going to have no doors. This is going to lead from here to a double wide. How many is that? Is that 3 blocks wide or 4? It's going to lead to a double wide catwalk going over there. And then when this is up, the catwalk should be able to float in midair. I shouldn't need to put any pillars in between that structure and this structure, which is good because that's one less thing that they can run into and beat on, right? Now, the other thing is, again, I'm going to put spikes. This is going to be all concrete. Spikes, but there'll be like, say there'll be a turret here, right, that sweeps. Then there'll be a turret maybe here that sweeps. As long as they overlap in the middle. Then another turret, same thing here. So there might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 turrets. So maybe 8 turrets around? We'll see. Maybe less, and then I'll put maybe shotgun turrets down here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that would be 8. Yeah, 8 shotgun turrets, and then put the other turrets up higher. I don't know, but what do you guys think? Look, my neighbor's is a hospital in case I get hurt, damaged, or an ill repair. I've got myself a town here. So I got this hospital. This is a basic town here. We've got a town over here, which has... This town here has all 3 of the skyscrapers in it, but it is a burnt area, so it's kind of ugly. There's a little something there. There's obviously stuff that you saw back here, and then one on the other side of the water here. But pretty much unexplored area around here, all right? The main focus is going to be... That is dropping in the lake for sure. There's a lake right there. Pretty sure that... No, it didn't drop in the lake. All right, anyway. The main thing I'm going to be doing the next couple of episodes, you guys, I hope you guys enjoy this, is we're going to build this. We're going to build this. You're not going to have to stand there and watch me wait for things. If I run out of concrete, I'll make more and I'll go do something else while that's waiting. So probably the first goal would be, 1, to get this at least 3 high, okay, all the way around, number 1. Or number 1 would be to get this bridge across. Number 2, to get it 3 high all the way around, so I'm at least protected, you know, while I'm in here. Then I'm going to do a layout in here, and we'll talk about that along the way. I got some really good ideas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please join me the next couple if you're excited to see a little bit of building and, of course, zombie killing. We're going to crank up the difficulty level to max. See you guys next time.